Well, good morning. We're in the van at last. We've been setting ourselves up. Beautiful spring-like weather the last 2 weeks, but look what's happened. Something terrible has happened.
Changed.
Yeah, so winter clothes
I've got
are
my
all,
winter boots out again.
they're all back in the van.
Oh my word.
We're sitting
It's a
here
blizzard.
just so the engine. We just started the engine, and I'll flick the wipers. Look what's happened.
Oh dear.
I
Not
have
good
to put
travel
the
weather.
demist on here somewhere.
But at least we got our fences painted while we had the chance.
Oh, well, there's always an optimistic reply from Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, we've got the garden lovely.
Garden's looking lovely, weather's looking good.
I was going to get me summer clothes out.
And where do you think we're off to today then? I don't think Sue's got a clue where we're going.
Oh, we're going to Shropshire. Love to stay. I thought you were talking to the viewers, not me.
Lovely, yeah, lovely weather to stay. Oh, well, I've taken one or two things out of the van. Change of weather, change of equipment, you know, so
What are you doing, Oscar?
windbreaks and things like that have come out, and the matting and a few other bits and pieces I've taken out, because I don't think we're going to be sitting outside. We'll be cozying up somewhere.
And I've added some extra meals so we don't have the barbecue.
Yeah,
I think we might be barbecuing in
so
this
there's a
weather.
little bit of a switch around this morning. We're a little bit later setting off than we thought we would be, and
I was up at 7:15.
and I was up at about 8:45.
Yeah.
So it's now just 10 o'clock, I think, isn't it?
Mm.
Showered, shaved,
Yeah.
believe it or not, and ready to go. So we'll probably catch you on the route. We're gonna. It's about a 4-hour drive. We've got a bit of the M6 to contend with, which is always a bit of a lottery. But we're going to head up towards Cambridge on the A14, and then through on the M6 to Birmingham, and then cut across, I think it's A5 to Shrewsbury. Sat-nav will tell us anyway. Fairly straightforward run, shouldn't be a problem, but who knows in this weather. We'll see you on the journey.
My word, look at this. We're at Rugby Services, the poor old chap, look at him. Oh, bless him. Oh. Little snowman.
Well, we're staying at LOVE2STAY, which is in Shropshire, just outside Shrewsbury, isn't it, Sue? And we're here for 4 nights, and it's time for us, and I think we might do some of this on my own, but it's time for us to wander around the site and show what it's all about. And we're parked up the hill right at the back of the site, so there's a lot to see. We're at the entrance, we'll walk around and show you. Well, as you come up the main drive on the entrance to LOVE2STAY, you do pass the Salop Leisure entrance. It forks off to the left and up to the campsite. There's lovely dog walks along the edge of the road here, and that's what we're doing right now. We've parked the van on a pitch and we've come back to take a look at the various steps on the entrance to the site. So I'll turn the camera around, I'll show you what you're about to see as you arrive to the site. There are several signs that you'll find, and just to the right here is the guest entrance to Salop Leisure, a huge garden centre, and there's retail for caravans, motorhomes, both new and used. And this entrance here, you need your electronic barrier card to get through that door, and that's a shortcut into that side of the business. Lots of signs on the site here directing you to various parts of the site. It is a huge place, and this lovely little doggy walk takes you along to where the bay is, where you park up and check in, and we'll walk down there now. There's a large security gate just across on the right hand side of the main drive-in, where the secure caravan and motorhome storage is. There's a big iron gate which opens electronically, and then within that there's barriers as well. And opposite to that is the entrance to the fitness centre, just here. We can go to the gym. And we'll continue on down this little walk down to the entrance. And just here is where the entrance widens, and you've got a book-in lane just on the left here where you pull in, and there's also an overnight late arrivals on the gravel here with electric hookup, so that you can park up if you're running late and then go to your pitch the next morning. As you can see, all beautifully presented here. Car parking on the left for the gym and fitness centre, and over in the distance there is children's playground area, which we'll wander past right now. So here's the children's play area. It's a real sort of adventure area, really. Nobody on there at the moment. We're a little early in the morning. Deliberately came down when it was quiet. As you can see, climbing frames, swings, all sorts of seesaws and places to run around and have fun. And beyond that is a swimming pool, and another lake around this side for fishing, and a dog walk, an agility area for dogs as well, right over in the distance there. Secure barriers, which you need electronic card for entrance, and then the workshops are there for the site maintenance team. And just to my left here is the arrivals reception, where you check in, and a concierge, as they call it, and a little bit of visitors parking here as well. And the coffee shop is just on this end, and there is also a shop inside reception here, which we'll take a look at just a little later. Go in here to reception to check in. Really nice, warm welcome we had, and explained where things were for us. One-way system. The park goes up the hill here in a loop, and we'll get to show you all the various different types of camping here and glamping. Just on the right you'll see some of these really large tents that are rentable. Isabella units, and they're got their own decking, and one or two of them are still under construction, it looks like, anyway. Now yesterday there was quite a bit of action here. This is the new barn development. You can see some of the units that have been put in. Down the bottom there's one or two here. Been landscaped on this side. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Due to be completed fairly shortly by the looks of it, for 2022. And just on the hill here there's a couple of vacant pitches, and you can see the size. We think they're about 12 metres square, and this is a super pitch that you get at LOVE2STAY. Just look at the size of the pitch. PH5, that one. And our little Smurf feels quite lost on a great big hardstand pitch like that. And again, looking down the hill, we can see the reception block in the distance there. Well, we're halfway up the hill here now. You see the pitches are occupied, and then just on the halfway point is the facilities block. Gents facilities on the right hand end, ladies down the far end there, and there's everything you need in here to a very high standard. Washrooms, laundry, and just at the end here is the Motorhome service point as well, so if you want to flush your tanks you can off your pitch. In fact, there is grey water on all the pitches. There's a grey water drain, and you can empty your black into it so long as you use green environmentally friendly fluids. You can see from this pitch here, MkII, you're getting a lovely view of the Shropshire countryside, and it's pretty quiet, isn't it? I was talking to the family here last night. They've brought their caravan and they've parked it next to a ready built Isabella awning building. They've also got a VW Transporter camper van, and they said the whole family was coming for the weekend. Magical. Really like that idea, bringing my family along to somewhere like this. It'd be fabulous. A long way from home though for us. About 200 miles. We're walking down the centre of the park here. There's some children playing, and all the pitches are occupied. And the thing we like about LOVE2STAY is the grassed areas between the pitches. As you can see, there's plenty of room. We're not all crammed in. These big hard stand pitches with lovely green areas behind. Some of it's mown and some of it's left where the trees are. Really nice. And over the back of where we are here, there's just open countryside. And for our American viewers, not to leave them out, there's some fifth wheels. Oh yes, and they're absolutely dwarfing our Class C motorhomes on this site, but the pitches are big enough to accommodate these large RVs, and nice to see them mixing in with all the other units. And just around us here, around the side here, is our lovely friends, the Yorkshire Motorhomes. Here's Smurf, and we're sandwiched in between our friends from the West Country, the Crafty Camper Vanners. And they're here there with their new camper van, the Warwick Duo. Lovely to see all three. We've come from three ends of the country, the east, the west and the northeast. Our neighbours, Kev and Tracy, they've put this little awning up. We did have a bit of fun putting the awning up. Here's a quick time lapse. Well, I've come back early Monday morning now, and the site is much quieter after the weekend. It's a little more cloudy, as you can see behind me, but we're just finishing off the tour of the site, and we're down at the glamping village here. I'll show you from the gate what it looks like, and then we'll go round to where the lagoons are on the beach, and the kitchen area where you can rent a camping kitchen for the evening, where there's a campfire, and lots of other things. I think there's an agility dog area and a dog walking area, and then I think we pointed out the children's playground to you as well. So we're walking back around that way to see what else is available. So some really large glamping buildings over here, and some cabins and park homes all in this area. It's a gated area, so you have to leave your cars up at the top here in the car park, just here, and it's behind the development they're calling the barn development. So this is all camping area, and just along the pathway, a little gravel pathway here, is the beach, and dogs are not allowed in there for obvious reasons. But there's a little ice cream kiosk, and a fun place for children to play on the beach, and of course there's a little lagoon pool just beyond that. And we're coming round to the picnic area, or the barbecuing area, which is you're allowed to rent these for the evening. I'm quite sure what they are. I think I'll put on screen the rates. I think they're start from around £20. They got barbecues and running water, hand sanitizers and things, all in these picnic areas and kitchens. This is the larger of the ones that are available, with the preparation block there, pizza oven, grill and barbecue, and sink over to the right here. And the area, there's a large campfire there burning in the evenings, which is really nice. In the fire pit, they've all got names, so you get allocated a particular kitchen, and there's another one just over here. Behind that is a children's play area where there's football nets, and plenty of room there to have a game of football or soccer. And then round to the left here is the other side of the children's activity area, with a climbing wall and all sorts of structures that they can burn off energy with. Gardens are all beautifully landscaped, and as I say, a little cloudy this morning, but really looks lovely when the sun's shining on this lot. It's very pretty indeed. In the background there is the reception area and the coffee shop, which is very nice. There is a little shop in there, and in front of us there is another pool, which we saw people swimming in yesterday. It was pretty cold, I think. And to the left and in centre of shot there are the hot tubs and jacuzzis, which again have been quite popular. There's somebody in there over there at the moment wearing a bobble hat, so we'll stay there give them a little distance, keep their privacy, and Salop Leisure over in the distance there. And round this side is we're at the back of the fitness centre. Let's walk round to the dog agility area in the distance behind the children's playground. Well, now we're at the back of the fishing lake, and children's activity that we just looked at is on the left. We were here yesterday afternoon. There was a couple of lads fishing, and they'd caught a small fish and were taking photographs of it on the lakeside just here, having a lot of fun. There's benches to sit on around the lake as well. What's nice to see is that despite all of the modern development here at LOVE2STAY, they do keep up with nature, and try and integrate as well as they can. I think there's lots of green areas, and here they've got the bee garden, which we really like, and there's a pathway all the way around the back there that you can walk behind, and the dog run area is behind this fence. Another little field. But here is the agility area for the dogs. Haven't taken Oscar and Sophie in here, but we've seen other dogs having a lot of fun with the walkways and the slaloms and the hoops. Great opportunity to exercise your dogs there, and their owners, I think. So looking across, say it's really lots of open space, and over to the background here is up on the hill, of course, is where the main camping areas is for motorhomes and caravans, and the toilet block is the building you can see right in the centre of the picture now. And here's the entrance to the dog walking area, fenced off. Notice the gates haven't got mesh, so our little dog Sophie would probably escape through there. She is, look, she'd escape through the bars, I think, as would some other little dogs. But it's not lovely run there for the dogs, and there's a water tap just inside the field here with dog bowls as well, so you can in the warm weather you can give them, there's another water tap over there, you can actually give them some refreshment while they're up here. And it's right next to the forest school, and we noticed there was a class of young children here on Friday, come from an outside school, I think, were experiencing the great outdoors. There's more fields for activities over in the distance there, with the pathway that runs around the back of the dog walk. Just taking a closer look at the pitch posts. This is DP3, our neighbouring pitch, and you can see there's a drinking water tap on this side with a grey waste, and then round this side is where you're just for rinsing your tanks. So it's your electric hook up there, and the tap with the hose on it is for rinsing the tanks. And this, you're actually allowed to put your black waste into here, so that's your toilet waste into here. Don't be fooled by the small round outlet. I'll show you how that can be flipped up and you can get into the drain itself. And there you go, with the lid open, the drain is now exposed and you can flush out your tanks. Well, we're all packed up and ready to leave Love to Stay, and we've had a lovely 4 nights here in Shropshire. Fantastic site. What do we think of it? Well, there's nothing to fault. Level of facilities, the specifications of the pitches and all of the services that come with that are second to none. I haven't seen anywhere any better. Lots of things to do on site here. It's a summertime playground for families and get-togethers for friends, with all the pools and the activities down in the main area. Will we come back? Yes, we probably would with family, but being an old fool like me, I do like my forest venues and places that are a little quieter, a little more sedate. But once in a while you do have to let your hair down, don't you? We'll see you on the next video, and we'll be going back into Suffolk for Easter this year, and it's a 2020 booking that we're only just going to, so it's 2 years late, but we are going back to a lovely little site in the rural Suffolk. We'll see you there. Bye for now.